Hey, what's good? I'm Tristan. You're watching Precision Rifle Reviews, and today we're taking a look at a item which is absolutely no slouch in the world of laser rangefinders, and that is the Sig Saure 3000 BDX laser rangefinder. It's a relatively new item. I didn't want to review this item as soon as I brought it out because I wanted to use it extensively first, and then bring you a more of an informed review of which I've done. I've used this for almost an entire season of PRS shooting, extensively for hunting, just for fun and those sorts of things in my own personal life, and I have absolutely found this fantastic. I couldn't say a bad word about it if you paid me to. Now, bringing me to that, I would like to advise that I have paid for this item. It hasn't been provided to me, sponsored, gifted, or reduced in price in any way, shape or form. Getting straight to the item, what we're looking at is a laser range finding binoculars. They have a 10 powered magnification range. It's a fixed 10 power, so you can't wind that up like a rifle scope, with a 42mm objective lens. They're about 15 centimeters long if you extend the eye caps all the way out, and about 12.5 centimeters wide. They're not too heavy, which is great. They come in at about 879 grams. Under here, you'll find the door, which is concealing the CR2 battery. The entire device itself is aluminium or aluminum construction with a very, very nice rubberized, like a rhino sort of skin finish. I love it. You'll see here on the side, on the top, and on this side, the deep, heavy engravings of their brands and logos and a few little bits and pieces, which, hey, looks good, but it also gives you some really good purchase on this item, so they're not too, they don't get slippery at all. Now, I did say I was going to give you a couple of top tips. They don't really come with much in the way of lens protection, so I've used my favorite Vortex Defender caps with a couple of cable ties on there, and these are rubberized as well, so they're not going to hurt that finish, and they're actually a two-stage lock up. That one just locked straight out, and it still gives me full function of the mode buttons. Getting to that, it's just a range button, so that's pretty self-explanatory. You press that, item will bring up a digital reticle. You press it on what you want it to see, and you can see it, funnily enough. They do have what they call a hyper scan mode, which is really, really cool. What that does is it basically laser range finds 4 times every second. So you get a very, very good hyper scan. As you look out in the distance, you can see things going, escalating in distance as you're looking out. With the eyepieces, you have a 4-position eye cup to make it comfortable for the user. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and these are all very rubberized. Each eyepiece does have its own eye diopter setting, as you can see there, and then once you've got all that set up, you can easily use a finger or 2 fingers to the very tactile type focus ring right at the top. Now the Sig 3000, when I said they're no slouch, they do actually, on their website, they're very forthcoming with their information, which I thought was very good. They will work out to 5,000 yards, which is 4,572 meters, but that's on a very reflective target. Like, I'm talking like a steel barn or something like that. Something very reflective. A tree, you're looking at 4,000 yards, 3,657 meters. Or if you're looking at a deer, you can expect this item to work to 2,000 yards, which is 1,828 meters, which is really, really good. Like I say, for the price point of $1,319 US at the time of testing, roughly 1,840 Australian dollars at the time of testing. For that price point, it's really, really good considering what's inside, because I did mention that this is a BDX. So you do have a couple of, through the mode button, you've got a couple of models. Basically, you have what's called ABX, which is an acronym for Applied Ballistic External. So that's correct. It will talk to your kestrel. So using the full elite engine of the kestrel 5700X Elite or this 5700X or the 5700 Elite, sorry, tongue twister there. What you can do is laser range find something. It will say, okay, that was 3,400 meters away. I've spoken to your kestrel using your, your ballistic data from your kestrel that the ballistic engine that you've built through your kestrel. It'll update your kestrel for you and show you the holdover value and any wind values that you had set on your kestrel in the device. Furthermore, if you had a Sig rifle scope, it can also give you an illuminated holdover value inside your rifle scope. So the BDX function on this is absolutely unreal, and it will work and laser range find items as far as the item can work, so out to 5,000 yards. Now there is another mode which is called ABU, and basically what that one does, it removes the kestrel from the equation altogether. So let's say you don't have one. Using an app from Sig Saure, what you do is you build your profile, and this uses the internal applied ballistics light engine, and it will only work to 800 yards. So if your laser range finds something beyond 800 yards, it physically won't give you those values, but out to 800 yards, you can use the bullet data and drop value that you've indexed into it via the app, and it will give it to you. So it's very good for like a hunter. You're on the go, you see something, you can go bang, 500 meters, there's the distance, there's the holdover, it shows you in the scope, and you're on, ready to go. There's got another mode in there called an LOS, which is a line of sight. So that will give you the distance and an angle of your incline. It has another mode which is called AMR, which is the equivalent, horizontal line based on the line of sight and the incline. So a couple of really cool items to use. The offerings that come from Sig is this bag, and I did say I was going to give you some couple of top tips. First one being the Defender caps. The second one, this bag, while it's very well built and it's very nice, it's designed to sit up against your body like this, and then when you want to use it, you just pull it out, which I do understand makes it very quiet. So if you were an absolute extreme hunter and you were Sniper McGavin and you wanted to keep it very, very quiet like that, go ahead and use this. It comes with a nice harness padded back brace, and it has its own lanyard lines included in this harness to connect to the Sig binoculars itself. But in my opinion, I don't like this. I think it would get rained in, it would get dirt in it. If you were on a bike or a dirt bike or something of that opinion, something that's moving really quite fast, you could be at a chance of losing it. In my opinion, I would have just preferred a typical pouch, whether or not it was magnetic or whatever, so you could just open it, but I would have liked to have seen something that was closed. That's just my opinion, and that's why, hey, I haven't used it. It's not a bad item, but I just use a traditional pouch. The other great thing is that I cut the lanyard cups on the side are actually nice and flush. What I've done is purchase some camera mounts, and then via eBay or Amazon or something like that, I've gone and bought a binoculars nice paracord. I'm not too sure exactly how long this thing is, but if ever I needed a very, very long piece of paracord, I could untangle this, and you've got a bit of a multi-use item. And I just connect that in there and that in there, and I just use it like that. So I put this around my neck. It's very safe, it's very secure, and then when I'm out hunting, I do have a complete proper binoculars harness with a proper pouch that I put this into on my chest. That is the Sig Saure 3000 BDX laser range finding binoculars. I hope you liked that video. I wanted to make it as brief and as quick as possible, although we have gone way over time. If you take value from our videos, please feel free, subscribe, share it, like it around. It helps us lots. We don't send you anything, but you get early notification as we make more videos. Hope to see you on the next one.